perfect.
Hey, the Mallard Creek cheerleaders. Thanks a lot, ladies. Hey there, everyone, and welcome to the Blitz. I'm Jeff Taylor. That's Jack Taylor, and welcome to week 4 of the high school football season.
Yeah, there's a lot of great action in the Queen City and surrounding areas, so let's get straight to it with a huge matchup.
Yep, everybody take a deep breath. We start at Mallard Creek, playing at home for the first time this season, hosting one of the most surprising teams so far, Myers Park. The Mustangs got it going early. Chaz Portis takes the opening kickoff, finds some daylight down the sidelines. He would get pushed out right around the 40-yard line. Then the very first play from offense for Myers Park, quarterback Ramir Watson, all day to throw the ball. He airs it out to guess who? Brody Keefe, a name we're hearing a lot.
Yeah.
He makes the great catch, gets into the end zone, 7-0 Myers Park.
Huge
now,
drive.
Mallard Creek, they would turn the ball over on their first possession. Myers Park would move the ball downfield, but the Mavericks defense holding tight.
Yeah.
Three and out. Myers Park is going to come up with a 32-yard field goal. You know I got to show it.
Of course.
By James Rebson. That made it 10-0 Myers Park. Now Mallard Creek would finally get their offense going in the first quarter, scoring the touchdown run on the short run here. Mallard Creek, however, they go on to win this one, Jack, 20-13, handing Myers Park their first loss of the season. Congratulations to Mallard Creek.
Yeah, that's a huge win for Mallard Creek. Now
Absolutely.
Let's move on to Football City, USA, out at District 3 Stadium and take a look at a huge game between Northwestern and South Point. It was a really big game out in Rock Hill. That really was the biggest one for the area. You're going to see here that it's going to be a really big game. The stadium is packed. Cam Vance, holdover from last year, going to Lafayette. Look at him making moves and action. Although he gets his helmet knocked off,
wow.
He keeps trying to fight for the first down as they're getting into the red zone. They're down 6-3 at this point. They got a new quarterback. He's a sophomore. He's going to try to make something happen and get swamped up by that South Point Stallion defense.
Good effort, though. Good effort.
I said this field was at capacity at halftime. So they kick a field goal at 6-all. There's 40 seconds left in the half. Jazavian Curran, South Carolina commit, airing it out, picked off all the way down on the sideline, but it might as well have been a punt with about 20 seconds left. So they're going to end up just waiting the half out. It was a huge game, though, there at the end with South Point getting the last-minute win over Northwestern.
Wow, congratulations to them. That's quite the ball game.
Yep.
All right. Guess what, folks? Now on to our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. That was a matchup never seen before in our area, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's right. Providence Day playing host to Butler, a private school powerhouse and a public school powerhouse. And for the recap, we send it to the two men on the call, Darren Vaught and Reggie Walker.
From our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week, a dominant performance. Providence Day 39, Butler nothing in this first ever meeting between a couple of perennial powerhouses. Reggie, not what we expected, especially with PD down 3 offensive tackles. They had to resort to playing some JV guys tonight, but it ultimately went their way.
But sometimes you got to just use the other pieces, right? It's a 3-phase game. Defensively, creating turnovers, they get a pick 6, then they force another interception, and then ultimately score off it a couple of plays later. 17 seconds, 14 points, all of a sudden this ball game out of hand in favor of the Chargers.
Yeah, that was Trey Gaither's pick 6 with 3:24 remaining in the first half, and then another interception set up the Aiden Gallows run. Couple of quick strikes. 3 minutes until halftime. They tacked on another touchdown, an extra point in the second half, but Butler had no answer for the Chargers defense. 39-0. Providence Day comes up with the win on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week.
Providence. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the Blitz. Week 4 of high school football, and another matchup tonight we don't see a whole lot.
Yeah, this game has never been played in the regular season. Charlotte Catholic up against Kings Mountain. They played in the playoffs a while ago, but really cool to see anyone from Cleveland County come to our neck of the woods.
Right.
Now, Kings Mountain came to play, but so did Charlotte Catholic. It really didn't seem like Kings Mountain could get anything going on offense. Catholic, though, on special teams, the blocked punt there, setting them up with great field position. They didn't get the fumble, but at that point, it doesn't really matter because it's 4th down anyway. From there, they're going to set themselves up to score their first touchdown of the game. We know Catholic, they're a holy roller offense.
Run the ball.
Yep, they're methodical. They'll run right over you and through you. Into the end zone, you see number 11 there. That would tell the story for the rest of the game. Now, Kings Mountain would finally find some life. 28-21 loss to Catholic. Catholic bouncing back after last week's loss. Kings Mountain getting their first loss of the season.
Kings Mountain looks like App State. I'm just saying that. All right, next up, Chambers playing host to Palisades. The visitors up 14-0 at halftime. The second half was not what you would call, Jack, an offensive juggernaut. Both teams could not get the offense going. Palisades, with their first possession in the second half, would get close, but just could never close the deal. Plays like this one just coming up in just a few seconds. Wide open. Not going to happen. They just couldn't get it going. In the end, Palisades goes on to win this one 14-7. Chambers with the only lone touchdown in the second half.
That's a big win, though, for Jonathan Simmons and crew
over
Captain Munderland and Chambers, because these are two teams that I think you might see closer towards the postseason taking each other on.
All right, so more scores for you.
Yep, absolutely.
Let's take a look at some more of the area scores from today.
Yeah, we've got a couple big matchups, like we said. Forest Hills getting a big win. They've been trying to get things started the season, getting win over Cuthbertson. Corvian just running all over West Meck. No surprise there.
Right.
Take a look now. Monroe can't get it going. A loss to Sun Valley just continuing to fall.
I can't figure that out.
No, Porter Ridge getting the win over South Iredell.
Absolutely.
On the road. And then lastly, we see Country Day getting a win over Covenant Day. East Meck getting the big win over North Meck. We don't see it here. Audrey Cal, South Meck, a huge game. South Meck wins by 1 point in overtime.
Yep.
Huge win.
And let's real quick, congratulations, Valentine Ridge.
Yeah.
First win in history of the program, so congratulations to them. Big win.
Absolutely.
All right, hey, that is it for the Blitz. We'll see you back here next Friday night. Stick around. WCCB News Edge is up next, and we will have a great week. Enjoy your football. We'll see you next Friday night.